So
some good stuff you got there.
Let's just touch on the T-shirt thing, which is such an honor, you know. It's such an honor that you took the time and have the respect to do that. It's, you know, it's not just about me though, you see. It's more about paying homage to, you know, Stravinsky said, "I see this far because I stand on the shoulders of the great ones before me." Right? And so just to honor the technique, the concept. So apparently, as I mentioned, some of Dick Wilson's students had a T-shirt that said half the effort, and on the back it said twice the speed. So that's the next in the line of David Iwinski's T-shirts, right? Snare drum technique T-shirts. So we're looking at simply maintaining this grip. Maintaining this grip. I have gremlins currently right now, so pay no attention. They're all big fans of all things snare drum technique, so we're cool. We're looking at this grip because the grip is a really big part of it. We're looking at trying to figure out how to help you find what is the natural wrist position. We know that that's something we've been considering. Okay. And I'm thinking right now, thinking about how I can help. Yeah, I've got an idea perhaps. And then we're looking at just simply learning to turn our wrists, right? And the big deal with regards to this technique is see, you know, the fulcrum is the middle finger, right? So that if I want to be sure that my fulcrums are aligned at equal distance from the tip or from the butt end, however you want to look at it, you can do this and see that now the sticks will be equally balanced, left and right. Okay, so that's something. I don't know if I mentioned that to you. All right, now we have these throws, and we have this wrist turn, and what's really important about this technique, and I've been talking about it. Richard Martinez noticed, and I've done relatively deep dives into my lessons with Dick Wilson and studied the Spivak teaching Belson video, and there's something that Spivak says to Louis in response to a question that Louis had for Murray, and that's why you should watch that video again. And Louis says, so Murray, is it okay if the thumb goes towards the first finger? And Murray says, now we're in traditional, but this is where sometimes the left can help the right. You know, the traditional can give you insight perhaps, or vice versa. And Murray says, well, no, the first finger moves towards the thumb or away from the thumb, as does the middle finger in matched. He says essentially the index finger in traditional replaces the middle, is merely a replacement, I think he used the word merely, a replacement for the middle finger in the right. Now, what does that mean? It's the middle finger, David, that is so important in this technique. It's the fulcrum. But the other thing that Richard Wilson used to say is that in the left, we're talking about traditional, just you're a smart guy, and even though you're not playing traditional, maybe it'll just help you get your head around what's going on here. And so he talks about the fact that Dick Wilson does, that in the left, the fulcrum is stable, constant. However, the first finger energizes. And it energizes not by pulling with it, although it does open and close, but it comes from the wrist, you see? Look, it comes from the wrist. It comes from the wrist. It comes from, see my fingers almost looking straight, and then now it's not straight. Now it's that's what's happening in the right hand. It's easy to see because the left is, you're on the side. So in the right, how would that work? You know? So in the right, a similar kind of thing is happening where the middle finger is the, and I don't know if I completely completed the gestalt. So then the left hand, the first finger, the index finger, is energizing, and the fulcrum isn't doing anything but remaining stable. In the right, the guide remains stable. And it's the middle finger that is the fulcrum that is energizing. The guide is stable in the right, the fulcrum energizes. In the left, the fulcrum remains stable, and the guide energizes. It seems backwards. But you can see there's something going on. Something is energizing. So in the right, when we bend forward, the middle finger opens. Now here you can see it's become more straight, kind of like the left when it opens, and then they close. From the wrist. See how the middle finger's a little more open and the index finger's a little more open. And then when we close, I'm doing it up in the air, so I'm imagining if I have this thing. But then we'd close, you see. Open and close. But down. All right, so that's part of what is going on here. And the squeezing, which has a lot to do with the squeeze and the release that we've all heard about so often. And it also has a lot to do with how we allow how with this technique we allow the stick to rebound. Because for the stick to rebound, we land open. We're not into rebounds yet. And I haven't even mentioned it because you want to be judicious with how much you tell a student and when. You have to know when to throw the dart. And so when it comes to playing alternating flams at a speed where, and we did, I induced the upstroke to downstroke, or as Murray would call it, the single stroke. At that point, you're dealing with squeeze and release. Now, the problem is that some of us didn't get it for a while. And so, I'm gonna squeeze, I'm gonna release. It's not that. See, so the mistake is you exaggerated, turn it into the entire technique, which it sort of is, but it isn't. And you ruin it. Be better if you didn't, no one had ever mentioned it. Okay? So, instead of starting with singles, what I'm going to do, because as I look at you play, I want to help your grip. And I found, because I experiment, and every student is different, but this potentially can help you with your grip. Because I'm not quite sure, I'm not quite, I see this. What do I see? just not quite where I want it. Yeah, you see. So I think I can solve that for you, and provide you insight into how the hand works and how in the right hand matched, the middle finger fulcrum energizes. That's why Dick Wilson would say the first finger and thumb are the guide. They're firm, comfortable, and constant. You see, they're not energizing. They're stable, they're neutral, well, I think that says it all. And they're inert, in a sense, I think was the word I was looking for. It's the middle finger that's going to energize. So this middle finger becomes really important. And so if we just hold the stick over the surface, now the floor, we have to have a floor. The floor is equally important. So we have the grip, we have the floor, we have this idea of squeeze and release having to do with how it's the middle finger that energizes. Okay, so all that's going to become part of what I show you here. So if you just take, let's just stay, let's work on your left hand for a sec, because that hand seems a little closer, and it's the one I noticed. Maybe it's because there's a ring on it, and I noticed it. I don't know, I'm not sure. So we're just going to touch.
Oh, hands apart.
We're just going to, you're going to have mood rings that help your speed. I like it. They are a little metronome ring. Okay, so.
Level ring.
So we're going to simply hold the stick over the floor, at the floor, over the surface, 1/2 inch bead to butt end, parallel, and then we're just going to turn down. What would happen? Take the right stick out of the scenario. Yeah. Now come back to the floor. That's not the floor. There you go. Now just touch the bead to the surface. Okay, not too bad. What? Let me see. When I do it, my arm really doesn't go up. If anything that's happening is, we would need one of those cameras that can measure things frame by frame. So it doesn't do that. In that scenario, you are making what would be perhaps an upstroke. Yeah, it just stays there. And the wrist, watch. The wrist would just stay as a fulcrum. It's a hinge. So you're just gonna, so the position of the hand will change ever so slightly. Okay, bring it up to parallel. No, just you have to go from parallel down. Now go ahead and touch. No, why'd you pull your arm up? Just leave your arm right where it is. Put the stick under your arm, if anything. Yeah, just yeah. It would just be there, right? But you got to be at the floor. We're doing an experiment here. Don't change the dynamics of these. Now, just with the arm staying right where it is on the stick, underneath by the wrist. Well, what you just changed it was perfect. No, put it back. You're not at the floor anymore. Get to the floor. Yeah. Okay, now just keep the arm right where it is and just bend the wrist forward so the tips touch. There. That's all it is. You see how tiny that is? But just because it's tiny, it doesn't mean you can't do it wrong. So lift it up, back to the floor. No, you're 4 inches, the floor is parallel, beat to butt end. I'm telling you, that's the drumstick we're all talking about. Now, yeah. just bend forward. No, don't do a big thing. Look, you're this far away from the surface. And by the way, because you've got a lever arm in your hand, David, I know you like this. Any change in positioning in the wrist here will be exaggerated out by the tip. If you were holding a household broom, you know, however long they are, 4.5, 5 feet, and you were holding that, and you moved just 1/4 1/4 of an inch, the head of the broom would move how many inches? Quite a bit. If you were holding a pencil and you moved that much, the end of the pencil would barely move. But you're holding a drumstick that is however many inches long, so you barely need to move, but you have to start at the floor. And don't do anything with your fingers, just leave it in the hand and just bend a little. There, you're done. You're done. That's it. Now just stay there, take the stick away and stay there. Okay, now don't change anything because it's still not quite right, and you're going to probably prove me correct. What we're going to do, because I don't know if it'll work, see, it's just going to fix this twisty thing. Now I just want you to take your other fingers off. Come on, in a musical way. Now why'd you point your first finger? I thought it was firm, comfortable, and constant. You can't change your first finger. First index finger has to hold. First knuckle of the index finger. Bend it a little. Hold it there. Yeah, you see, why'd that go? Let go just because you pulled your fingers. Okay, now, no, you're in the right place. You just had it again. Come on, get a little bit of a grip up front. I'm talking about the thumb and first finger. They hold the stick. Look, like that. Yeah, get the tip under a little. It's got to be in the crack of, so it's a little bit under, it's touching the tip and it's touching the meat up above the joint. That's pretty good. Okay? Yeah, and you're just on the surface, right? It's touching the surface. Good. Now, so go ahead and put your hand on the stick. Let's just do it this way. So you can now you're going to just flatten out the stick. Okay. Which is a little different than what we just did because now you've flattened out the stick. Look how tiny it is. You're pointed down right now, ever so slightly. Now I want you to feel this. You're going to flatten out the stick and you're going to roll around the stick. See? Told you it wouldn't work. You're all twisty. You're finding it. You're searching for it. Going to straighten your hand out because this is what happens. The wrist is going to go straight up and down. Why is your wrist coming towards your body every time? Wouldn't the wrist go straight up? Straight up. Right here. Right here. It goes, there you go, straight up. See, this wrist has to be in concert with, there must be some kind of, how would you say, we're dealing with the axis of rotation is perpendicular to the orbital plane. There are planes that are happening, right? In other words, look, this first finger and thumb, they kind of have a relationship across from each other. It's almost like it creates the cross. There's some kind of cross there, isn't there? Perhaps, right? And look, here's the wrist. It seems like the wrist and this area in the guide have a relationship. The planes seem to be parallel to one another. I'm making this stuff up, by the way, but I think it's probably right. So watch. No, that's not what we're doing now. See, but see, this direction should be similar, I would think, to this direction. So that when you roll up, the directions stay the same, don't they? Yeah, everything's lined up. Yeah, you see better already. See, rolls up. Now don't point your first finger because you're rolling on. Keep the flat of the thumb on there, and you're starting to feel it now. See, that traps you into having, no, don't go, no, I want you to keep the stick flat with your other hand. Stay with me. Okay, you can do it that way if you want. Now just barely move less. Why? Okay. See, you're not sure those lines in your pad are even right. So I know you're adjusting to them, but maybe they're right. So it's cool. But what we'll show you, we'll find out. But I want you to consider the direction of your wrist fulcrum and the direction of your guide, which in this case, because you're moving around it, would be a fulcrum, wouldn't it? It's almost like first finger, thumb, or fulcrum. Let's go up a little bit, go up less. And don't squeeze to death up front. Just, it's like there's a little nail running right through it, or a little rivet. So it goes up and down like that, like a toy, some kind of toy, the simplest of toys. Now don't get the tip of your first finger under the stick just a little, and keep it there, right? And come back, and come back. There it is. Now don't come up so much. There you go. See? There it is. There's nothing to feel, is there? You see? And look, you're moving around the stick, aren't you? The palm goes away from the butt end, then it touches, doesn't it? Goes away and touches. Good. Now you got it. And you're all nice and straight. Your hand looks normal now. Now, see? Now you're going to take your middle finger and you're going to put it under the stick. There you go, right? It's got to be in the crack of that first knuckle. Looks, see, it looks much better. Now what happens if you open? Now here's what I want you to do as an experiment. It's looking good, dude. I want you to not allow the middle finger to straighten out or to open, and I want you to bend your wrist and go around the stick, just like that. No, you're letting your middle finger open. Go on up. No, you're letting your middle finger open. No, you're letting your finger. Here's why I know you're letting your finger open. Because you couldn't go up if you didn't let it open. It wouldn't go up. It wouldn't accommodate going around the stick. You'd be locked in there. Yeah, you say you can't go around the stick. The other stick could go up and down. That's all it can do. Can't. Now I want you to release. Don't hold the middle finger tight, and allow it to open when you go up. No, put the middle finger on, but don't hold it tight. And when you go around the stick, come on, hold the front of the stick down. That's why I wanted your hand there. Come on, hold it down. Be serious about that now. There you go. Just a little. Middle finger opens. Middle finger. Don't move a lot to feel it. You don't have to move too much to prove to anybody you're feeling it. Just feel it. Go on up a little. Go on up. That's all. Come back. Closes. Middle finger opens. Go on up. Around. Open. Close. Open. Close. Move even less. Dick would say, I'm moving so little, they wouldn't know what I'm doing. There you go, you see? Now, when your palm touches, just stop for a sec, because you got it. Now stop right there. Palm's touching the butt end of the stick. Now take your other hand away and just meditate on that. See, now your hand and the stick is the right angle. You're not all twisted and weird. Yeah, and it would go up and down like that. Yes, it would. Right. See, we just solved it. See, back fingers have very little to do with it. Now, if you were to put the stick back down. If you were, because, as Dick says in his Modern Drummer article, if a really loud volume, and Murray says it too, the fourth can come in and touch. Dick would even say, fifth, whatever. But if you did put your fourth on, just put your fourth on gently, just the pad of it. It's in the crack of the middle finger on the pad of the fourth ring finger. Just don't stick it out all weird. It was better before. Yeah, like that. Now hold the stick down with your other hand. Okay, and hold it down a little closer to your hand, so it's really. I know it seems weird, but yeah, there. Now it feels like you're holding a bicycle handle, doesn't it? It's something that's fixed. It's not going to move. Don't point your first finger. Don't lose your guide. Starting to lose your guide. It's a big deal. All right, there you go. Now put the fourth on, the ring finger, just easy. No, like you had it. Easy. Now roll around the stick and you'll feel the fourth and the middle finger accommodate. Hey, your fourth opened up. Go ahead and put your fifth on. Put your fifth on. Now roll around. It'll accommodate. All the fingers open. Oh my God. That's it. You got it, David. See? That's what it is. But we don't need the fourth and fifth. You don't need much you don't have to hold them funny. You'll know that they would open and close even if they're not on the stick. Wouldn't they kind of move? Probably. I don't know. What we're focused on is the middle finger. Yeah, you got it, man. Now, here, I'll give you another remedial. So you're going to go up like this. Let's see. This is remedial because it's easy to feel because the stick is laying on the surface. So makes it easier to feel moving around. So we moved around and the stick has stayed flat. This is remedial now. Now I'm going to turn my wrist to the ceiling. And as I do, stay with me, don't jump ahead, it looks great. As I start to turn my wrist, because we don't use our fingers, the fingers react, but they're reacting to the wrist. So as I turn to the ceiling, don't do it yet. I need to know what I'm teaching you. Nothing's happening. The bead won't come up. Yeah, the bead won't come up. Yeah, just try that. So you're going to bend forward and open. You can take your other finger. Now lift the stick up. No, from the wrist. The wrist is going to turn up until the butt end touches. Put it back down. Okay. Now, as you come up, your fingers will start to close, but the bead won't come up until the butt end touches your palm. Feel it? Now it's ready to come up. Come on up and complete your throw. There. Don't change anything. Now your fourth. Looks like it's crawled under a little too far. Just keep careful with the fourth. It's a middle finger. You lost your guide. The index finger is not holding anymore. So you don't have that moving around the stick thing. Okay. Now you're just going to go around. Go around. Wait there. Wait there. Now take your other hand away. Wait in this position up around the stick. Now you're just going to lift that stick up, feel it touch the palm, and make us blow. You did it. No, it was gorgeous. You see, you wanted to change it. You wanted to go back to some weird thing that is wrong. Yes, it was beautiful. Do it again. No, first you have to go up around flat. To really feel there. Come on, the butt end went up. I don't want it to go up as you roll forward. Just leave it flat for now. It's only the butt. Now the tip's going to come up as it touches the palm as you turn your wrist to the ceiling. Come on, turn up, not your fingers. There you go, and finish your strike. Stop, don't move. You wiggled and you changed your finger. Nope. Now you're back to your weirdo thing. You lost it. So go around the stick to find your grip and position. That's not it right now. You're not going to go around the stick very efficiently. Go around the stick to find it. Go on up around the stick. Go on. Come on. Okay, you can do it just with your first finger, but with the middle finger on. And go up around it. Go on up around it. You got it, you're back. Now you have to, what are you doing? Just stay there. You had it. Come on, you lost your guide, you're searching, you're fishing. Keep your guide on. No, you're pointing your guide. Your index finger doesn't get pointed. It goes under the stick a little. There you go, like that. Now roll around the stick. Wrist goes up, middle finger opens. Boom, go on, make your strike. Stop, don't change. Don't change. That's it. Don't change. Don't change anything. I know. You're not used to that feeling. It's a little, no, don't change. That's it. Don't lift it up higher. Just meditate on that. Oh, don't go changing. Don't change a hair for me. Just wait there. That's the position. See how straight your wrist is? See, now it doesn't look like this. Don't change it. It doesn't look like this. Whatever that is. Because how are you going to go around the stick like this? You can't use this technique. But now you can get that feeling of squeeze and release. Because your hand's in a normal position. Okay, that's not squeeze and release, but yes, that's a good wrist turn. Yes. Yes. So maybe we will. Now let's continue this. Okay, that's excellent. Now, yes, you got it, dude. Just like that, everything changed. That's it. Okay, now, let's see if I can get this across. This is where it gets perhaps a little more tricky. I'm showing you ways to help you feel it, to alleviate confusion. Now, and It's really easier to feel after you make a strike and actually squeeze. But we're just starting right now. Let's just stay with me. Your grip looks good. Don't change it. Don't do this. It's really good. No, don't go back into your, yeah, you're finding it. Imagine, you know you need to go around the stick. What does that feel like? There you go. Now, Now, if I were to just, now take the stick out of your hand. Yeah, you're getting a beautiful sound. Listen to that sound. Beautiful.
Hills are alive, man.
Boing, it's just, so, if I were to just hold my hand in the position you just had, right? Because we need to know that the hand can do this. So that means the hand is going to kind of look like this, and it would be holding the stick. Don't have to, just keep it in a normal position. Don't hold it out. That'll influence. Yeah, right there. Now take your finger, your other hand, stuff. Now what are you doing with your thumb? It's all bent. It wasn't looking like that when you ran around the stick. No, now don't go twisting out. Yeah, that's right. Okay, now I want you to put your finger, your index finger in the other hand, and point it right at the middle of your thumbnail. Ah, so much better, your grip. Now I want you, here's like the Richard Martinez fixed point in the universe. I want you to just, we're going to go around again in a weird way. We're just going to go up around your hair. See, everything stayed straight, didn't it? The relationship here stayed straight, just like your guide stays straight, and the wrist fulcrum stayed straight relative to, talk about these planes, and then we roll back down. So you look great right now, and roll back down. No, you have to maintain the fixed point in the universe. Like when you left the stick on the surface. You see the similarity? Don't twist, don't twist. Don't point your finger down now. This has to be straight. This is come on, put your finger there. You need to, yeah, and keep it straight. Don't point it down, don't point it up. Straight. Okay, now go on up around that. There it is, come back. Don't come down further than you were before. Just find where you are to begin with. Right, somewhere in there, and come back. Come back, just right there. Go on up. Go on up. Keep your finger there. No, up. Around. No, up is, we're going around something. Up in that way. Semantics. Now come back down. Come back down. Keep your finger. That's too much. I didn't ask you to come all the way down here. Just a little. Go on up. Go on up. There it is. Come back that much. Unravel it. That's it. Don't come on more than you went up. And you went down. Start there, and that's where you're going to come back to. Roll. No, yep, roll up. There you go. Roll up. Come back to where you started. Come back to where. There. Stop. Roll up. Roll up. Come back to where you started. Now, what you should be feeling, and you might be, I think you are, so tiny. I probably shouldn't tell you, but you should feel the hand. See, I'm going around a fixed point in the universe. I've trained myself. I don't need to have my finger here, but you need to know that's what I'm doing. And as I go up, my hand open, even my first, because I'm not holding a stick, so the guide can open up too. Yeah, the whole thing opens up. And then when I come back down, the whole hand closes. It's very tiny. Go on up. That's right. Come back down. Keep your fixed point. Don't move your fixed point, or it's a joke. It's a put on. Don't move it. There you go. Open. Come on, close. Don't come down too much to prove to yourself you feel it. Open. Middle finger open, didn't it? A tiny bit. Now come back. Close. That's all easy. Close. Open. Close. Okay, so even with a stick in my hand, okay? All right. So with a stick in my hand, now this would be the fixed point. So you're going to need your index finger again, I guess. Right? Now don't, yeah, and just keep this normal. Don't be twisty or anything weird, because you got it right now. You're back. Nope, you twisted. Just keep it straight. That's how you're going to go around it. Okay, there, that looks good now. Now we're going to create a new fixed point in the universe. The bead. Put your finger on the bead. Yeah. Everything is like, it's almost like you put this on the surface like you did before. Remember? And now you're just going to go around the stick. Go around it. Tiny, tiny, but you got it. And then don't lose your guide and come back. You're going to go up. Going up meaning around. No, don't lose your fixed point. You drop the bead. You got to keep it here. It's got to be parallel. You can't have it down here or up here. It's parallel. Yeah, right there. Now just go up a tiny bit, tiny bit. Too much and too fast. Smooth, elegant. There you go. Up and down, back. You got it, dude. Up. Middle finger open. Guide remains stable. Middle finger's going to close. Could energize. It's not. We're just, don't do anything. Don't feel it energize. You don't feel anything right now. You just know that it's opening and closing, so it could energize, right? It's opening and closing, so you know when it closes, it could apply force or could be doing something. Okay. Now, here's where it gets tricky. Can you go up? Now, you still have to imagine the bead not moving in a fixed point. Can you go up and feel your hand open at all? And then close, open, not the first finger and thumb, the middle finger. Can you feel it open and close? Now you have to take your training wheels off. No, you're just moving your fixed point around. That's just cheating. It's not, won't give it to you. Okay, so yeah, you don't, so it's going to do that and that. Now take your training wheels off. Okay, you got to keep it there. Go on up and feel the middle finger. Come on, don't, no, you have to, when I say go on up, I mean this. Like this. You lost your fixed point, the bead moved. Go on up. Go on up. Oh, you almost had it. You have to start normal and closed, knowing that you could move around it, which you're kind of not quite, because the butt end now is going to stay on your palm. So it's going to feel different, but your finger can still open up. Go on up. You lost your guide. Keep your thumb and your guide together and just go up and imagine now that the fixed point is your finger holding it, but you don't get to hold it. You just have to keep the guide, the bead right there. Go on up, keep it there.
Oh, so hard. Easy and hard at the same time. I see why this is definitely makes it easier. Let's see.
Right. Just make the motion and see what happens to your hand. Your hand is a normal hand. Yeah, but you have to leave it there and make the motion. See, you can leave it there. Just don't even think about your fingers opening up. See, get your first finger on. Get your first finger on. Come on, you got to hold with your guide. I told you, this grip is a big deal. Now, come on, bend the tip a little bit. Get it under there a little. Okay, now put the middle finger underneath. Come on, be in position so you could roll forward. You're a little twisty. And straighten your wrist out a little so you're not so twisty. Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay, now, wait. No, we're not moving in that direction right now. Okay, so your grip looks okay right now. So I just want you to forget the fingers. I just want you to leave the bead here. You can even point there if you want, but you can't touch. And I just want you to change the shape of your wrist, keeping the bead right there. Yeah, just turn your wrist up and keep the bead there. Come on. Come on. Arm's going to have to go up a little to accommodate that. There, you got it. There you go, you got it. Just wait, get to the top and wait. Got me excited. Stop. You won't wait. You won't. I'm trying to help. Going up. You got it. Wait there, for crying out loud. There. And I dare say that it's subtle. You had to come back down, but you got it. See? Come on, keep your guide together. Don't lift the bead up. You're leaving it one place. You're changing the shape of your wrist and leaving the bead there. Oh, no, you had it. You're getting closer to the surface, but that's okay. But you got to go up a little with the stick pointing down. A little more. And don't come back down. Let me teach you. Keep it there. Keep keep it here for crying out. Yeah. You're up. Your middle finger, whether you know it, may or may not have opened, but it's good. Now, remember, stop. Just don't do anything because it's so darn good. I'm going to get you there. Kills me. Okay? Now, don't move, but remember, I had you up here on the surface, and then I said, now you're going to turn up to the ceiling, and when the butt end comes to the palm, you're going to turn up. Okay, now you're here. Point it down. Middle finger may or may not be a little bit open. Your guide is stable. And you are going to turn to the surface and let your arm come down. You get that clunk. You get that, or you can do it with a motion. Go on up. No, you got to go up and point down immediately. No, you won't go up and just point down. Stop. Yes. Now turn to the ceiling and feel everything fall. That's it. Now, some teachers might make you wait for 10 years before they give you that and have you go through all of the strokes, because until you get some of the strokes under your, what is it? Till you get those together. You know, it's too early, but the heck with it. Okay, so you're getting a much better idea. Okay, that's what we're shooting for, so that when we go to play alternating flams, that's what's happening. So if we go to play alternating flams, I'm better at it in traditional, but you know, these principles aren't that that's not that complicated. I don't like your grip. You look more like this, so you're going to go around it. Can you go around the stick in the left? Can you leave it, just put it down and let it stay flat and go around it? Put it down. Maybe. Come on back. Come back. You see, that's different. Now it looks right. You need to do that every time. That's your setup. See? It's a little different than what you just, yeah, that's, see? Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so what we do is we go up. We go up. We don't have the luxury of leaving the bead on the surface, but we go up, and we're going to get a downstroke. So I feel release, squeeze, release, squeeze. I feel. Now again, we don't have to make too big a deal right now about the release and squeeze, because I'm going to induce it whether you want to make a big deal out of it or not. See? Middle finger has opened a little as I go up, and then I'm going to squeeze, and I feel the middle finger come towards the palm. See how my first finger and thumb they shouldn't be doing much. It's the middle finger that's opening and closing, opening and closing. Watch, open, close. Here, watching it from this angle, you might see it a little better here, but you're going to get open, open, close, open. See, this middle finger is a little more open, and then close. See, it's a little more closed now. It went from open to close. Very subtle. You're looking good, dude. See, it's this positioning that'll give it to you. Right? This moving around the stick thing, I'm finding it very helpful for students. Okay. All right. So now, we're just going to keep that in mind and go for it. Now, first we started at 40. Right? So, we're at 40. And so we're going, really, the essence of it is, and now we're just going to make a little tap with the other hand. And as you understand, we're just going to thicken the note. Now, what do I feel when I do this? Remember what Murray said? Well, the first finger in the left traditional merely replaces the middle finger in the right. So I'm feeling now like both hands are in the right. Both hands are about the middle finger because I'm palm down. And I can feel that middle finger. That's the really big deal. It opens there, opens as I go up. It's not an upstroke yet. I just make a little turn. So what am I feeling when I just do a little turn? It's just laying in the middle finger. And when I land, I feel it on the middle finger, middle finger, middle finger, middle finger. When I go up, I feel the middle finger opening. When I come down, I feel the middle finger, middle finger, middle finger, middle finger, middle finger. Now, open, close, release, squeeze, release. The hand that's tapping is just going tap, middle finger turn, middle finger turn, middle finger turn. Now, see, we spend a little more time. So it's not bad. It's not bad. You're fine. You're fine. Now I want you to just focus. Remember, I had to calm you down just a little because it was like, you're perfect. And then you come back. I said, no, stay here. See, you want to get to this point. Remember, we worked really hard where I had you leaving. I made a big deal, gooseneck and all that stuff. This is more of a Murray Spivak throw. We can go up more if we want. But what we're doing right now, we just want to feel the release. And then we can turn. You see, but we need to get to here. And whether you're feeling the release or not, you sure ain't going to feel it if you don't get to this position pointing down. Which you're doing in your right when you play alternating flams, left not so much. You know why? Part of the problem? Because your left never gets flattened out. So it's always kind of somewhere in here maybe. Oh, I don't know. No, it's either got to be flat or it goes up. Remember? It's flat and up. You're like you're rolling around, only now when we go to roll around, the butt end's going to come up. It's a little different. But we're talking about your right. See, look at your right now. It ain't happening. Put your right down flat. There. Roll around it to remind or teach it. No, don't let the butt end come up right now. Roll around it. There you go. Come back. There you go. Don't let the butt end come up. Go around it. There, your grips. See how the two grips look more similar. Come back down. Come back. Just lift it up. Weight at the floor. Now both hands are flat. Now, come on down. Stay with me now. Don't jump ahead. I know you want to. It's fun. It's like a new toy. You're going to experiment. Stay flat. Stay flat. Half an inch. Left has to weight at the floor. Half an inch. Beat the butt end. The left. It's touching the surface. Get it off the surface. Left. I'm sorry. I'm dyslexic. You're right. That's me. Sorry.
So the right. I mean,
the right has to be at the third. Perfect. Don't point your left. Don't point your left index finger. Okay. Now this time you're going to go up in the right and leave the bead down. Don't touch. We're not touching yet. We're not making an upstroke. There it is. And as you go to make a throw, just turn your left and make a little flam. Turn the left less. Just a tiny little, no, 1/4 inch. There it is. But you got to get up in the right. Come on, come up more. Point down. Point down. Now you're ready to make a flam. There, you see? It fixed it. You don't have to do much if you get the motion right. Now go the other way and get the left. No, you got to get up and point down first. There, now you're ready to make a flam. See? Now do it the other way. And you got to get up and point down in the right position. No, you're just blowing through it. You got to be meticulous. Up. Come on. Yeah, so you're ready to make a flam. I know you are. There you go. Now the other way. Point down and wait at the top just for a minute. You didn't wait at the top. You just blew through it. Pointed your first string. There you go. Now you're ready to make a flam. Don't turn the right so much for the little grace note. You're ready to make a flam. Other way. Come on up. Right's pointing down. Why is the right pointing down? It should be flat. Okay, now you're ready to make a flam. Go the other way. No, the other way. Right's flat. Yeah, that's right. That's what it does. Go back and forth. You keep doing that. Go back and forth. Like that. Like that. Keep doing it. That's it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. That's what it is. Now, every time the hand that goes up, it's ready to make a flam. Just make a flam. Don't change that speed. There you go. Yep, you don't change the speed. Oh, you lost it. Come on. Start rocking back and forth like you did. It's gorgeous. Do it again. There it is. There it is. Point down, point down, point down. Come on, you really got to point down the left. Come on, there you go. Come on, keep it going, rocking back and forth. Come on. Rock me, baby.
Ooh.
There you go. And when you're ready, now you just turn your wrist to the ceiling for your downstroke and make a little tap. Doing that. There, come on, you didn't go up in the other hand. You lost your timing. You got to actually go. You kind of, almost. Come on, you're getting it. Go on. There. No, right. The left just goes up in waves. It doesn't yank the beat up. Klutzy. There you go. You got it. Other way. Other way. Other way. Other way. Other way. Other way. Come on, don't ruin that. You can't blow that. Even if it speeds up a little bit, it's not going to change. Don't go pulling the beat up on the way up. Keep it down. There it is. See? Or you lose that beautiful Malaysian dance. Come on, don't go yanking it up. So you're just playing quarter notes. Click, click, click. Okay, so you can play quarter notes. Click, 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 click. Okay, we're just getting this. Middle finger, middle finger. So if we play quarter note triplets, we still don't really have an upstroke. 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2 and a middle finger coming to the palm. Loose, tight, loose, tight, loose, tight. 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. Open, close, middle finger, up, down, release, squeeze, face, squeeze, middle finger, open, close, open, close, open. Look how easy that is. Okay? I don't lose the motion. And 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, open, close, open, close, open, close. Now, at a certain point, not quite as good at it in my 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, at a certain point, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, I can start to let it rebound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. I can start to, things might change, right? But this doesn't change. So you're at quarter note triplets, not quite with an upstroke yet. You're close. Let me hear you play it as eighth notes. You need to put your metronome on, right? You were using mine, which is okay. That's quarter notes. Play quarter note triplets first. How are you going to count that?
1, 2, gosh.
1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and
1 and 2 and 3 and.
You got it. Just count it.
It's quick. I don't know if I'm burying it or it just disappears. I can't tell.
That's good that you should be so close it disappears, but
I freaking hear it.
It's 1 and 2 and.
Yeah. 1 and 2. Oops.
Oh.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and except I keep on losing the click.
But after a while, it doesn't matter. You know, once you kind of get the speed, you just have to believe in it. And then every once in a while, you can reference and adjust slightly. But it's the motions. You completely lost your motions.
Ah, so I'm focusing too much on this click thing.
I'm, you know, changing the shape of your brain here.
Ah, too many wrinkles.
That's what we're looking for, more wrinkles. Go on, you can do this. 1, come on, just make that motion. 2 and count. 1 and
2 and 3 and
nothing. Look, makes it easier making those motions. You're just going blah, blah. That's that thing you were doing. Look, it's that thing you were doing. It was that thing you were doing. Not so fast. Got to count. Don't lose your groove. 1 and 2
and
don't go back to this weird other thing. It's not this technique. Motions.
1
and 2 and
1 and 1 and 1 and 2 1 no 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2
One hand high, pointing down, the other stays low. You know.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and
eighth notes.
1 and 2 and 3.
Point down, point down, point down, point down. You got it. You were good. I'm just giving you.
And 2 and 3.
Lift your arm up. The bead just points down right at the surface. You don't go like this.
What?
There you go. Up, down, up in the left, pointing down. Get to the top and point down. Just spend a moment at the top, point it down. In the left, there you go. Come on, don't lose your speed. I'm just giving you something to think about. Don't go yanking the bead up. Come on, point it down as you go up. You almost have it now. Come on, up, down, up, down. Put your right on your leg. Okay, I'll do it in reverse because I'm this guy. Okay, so if we're playing and 1 and 2, how we start? Let's start with a downstroke here. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. Look. Just do it in this hand. That's all you're doing. It's got to go up and point down, up, point down, up, point down, middle finger, up, point down. Come on, you got to get up to here, though. Up all the way up to here. You can do it. It's just rolling around the stick, but the stick travels with it. You got it. Just got to get to there. And then down, up, down, up, down. You got to tap on the way up. You got it. Get up to there. Look how slow that is, man. Look how slow that is. You could go twice as fast, which you will next lesson. Right now, come on, you got to be clear about that. You can't just do this. Look, I'm doing it. No, you're not. You're doing it now. Now you're doing it. Now you're going up, down, up, down, up, down. See, this is all that's happening. In the left, which I don't really do, in, but see, it goes up, down, up, look. See what points down? Look, I can even wait here. It's so slow. I can even wait. It's on the verge of being too slow for a single stroke. I can wait. I don't know why. Yeah, look, I can wait. Wait. It's this thing. What you had. There's plenty of time. We're not in a rush. I mean, there is no rush. There you go. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Middle finger. Point down. Don't go yanking that beat up. There it is. Oh, there it is. It's really coming along. Come on, you got to point down in the left. There it is. Just point down. You don't even have to think about the upstroke. It's just like you're making throws. You're so close to the surface, you can't just get up. Just get up to here every time. Yeah, you don't need the tap will happen by itself if you make a proper motion. It's coming. All right. Yep. You don't need to move very much, do you? You don't really need to move. We could, but right now we just want to feel release, squeeze. Great. That was really good.
It's lots to work on. Thank you.
Well, keep working on this.
Watch that grip.
Pay it. Yeah, it's already looks so much better. Pay attention to your setup. Don't not be inclined to stop for a minute intermittently and see if you can move around the stick with it flat. See, that's your grip. I fixed your grip.
Excellent. Thank you.